There they are!
Thank you. I'm not sure one of my kind would have done for you what you did for me. I did not expect a show of mercy. I hoped, but you could have just as easily left me to my fate.
I didn't do it for you. I did it because it was the right thing to do.
I don't understand it, but I'm glad you did.
Now that we're safe on your ship, I think you were right to bring her. Things seem a little different now than they did in the heat of battle. There's more than one way to deal with messy situations.
You can't save everyone, but you can try. Didn't want to regret this one.
And you've spared me some regret as well. Maybe there is hope.
No surprises here. But your shoulder's separated. If you come with me to sickbay, we can get you fixed up in no time.
Thank you. I'll find you afterwards.
You two, check in at your stations. This thing isn't over yet.
You're really making us proud out there, Diaz. The lower decks don't get a lot of glory.
Well, I'm just getting started. She was a good little escape pod. Not that I want another ride like that anytime soon.
Diaz,
Yeah?
did you see our people over there? Miranda?
Kapoor, Hauser?
We saw Miranda and Kapoor, but they're bioformed. And as far as I know, there's no way to undo it.
That means they're not our friends anymore.
If they attack us?
We'll have to stop them. No matter what it takes.
Yeah. I guess we have to be ready for that.
I can't believe it, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Chobok. Not that I'd expect this kind of welcome from him, but I can just imagine the look on his face.
You know what? I want to see him too. It'll be nice to get one piece of normalcy.
I'm sure we can count on him for that.
I can't believe it! You evaded the Takan, ejected their warp cores, and lived to talk about it!
That about sums it up.
They're gonna be teaching this at the Academy for years to come. I mean it. Everybody's gonna learn how you pulled it off.
The Academy? Oh, well, I wouldn't know about that.
After this, you'll probably get a personal invitation to show them how it's done. I heard about Belle. Is Miranda...
As far as we know, she's still out there.
Well, I know Captain Rydek will do her best to get her back.
Hold on. Rydek? What about Captain Solano?
He was turned into a Takan. Rydek had to take over. She's a hell of an officer, but none of us have been up against anything like this. No one has. Not in 500,000 years.
I guess there's never a dull moment around here, huh?
You telling me it's not always like this?
Not if we can help it.
Talk to you later.
It is agreeable to see you again.
That's so.
It was by no means a certainty that you would return to duty here.
No, it was not.
But it was my sincere hope you would.
It is agreeable to see you as well, sir.
I concur.
You should know your absence has left engineering terribly short-handed. During your sojourn, this department has fallen unacceptably behind schedule. On both regular and irregular duties.
There's been a whole lot of irregularity going around.
I am stating facts, not looking for excuses.
I gotta admit, it's a little flattering that this place went to hell so fast without me. So, I'll take that as a compliment.
I believe factors other than your absence were also to blame. Normally, I would assign you to one of the many pressing repair tasks. But, given your experience on board the Zelda, I have suggested you join the senior staff briefing as we determine our next course of action. You can commence your maintenance shift afterwards.
I tended to an Illidian earlier. Major Sarlet Arminta.
Ah, yes. I met him at the negotiations.
I never would have imagined I'd be here, on the same ship, working together with our oppressors. But now that I am, I can imagine a future where the Hotari and Illidians are no longer enemies. I'd always hoped for peace, but it seems so far away. There's still a lot of bad blood.
Well, if there's any way I can help, let me know.
I'll take you up on that. It's good to have the support of a Starfleet captain, I'm sure.
It's coming along nicely. Thank you, Tylus. I'll take it from here. We're almost done.
I have to brief Ambassador Spock in a few minutes.
Ambassador Spock can wait. You have some fences to mend. Personally, I'm against the needless destruction of innocent life forms, so I'm glad you transported the Draconian crystals onto the ship. But Lieutenant Bedrosian obviously feels otherwise. And right now, you need the full support of your bridge crew. Being an effective leader requires trust, but an issue as divisive as this can create discord.
We all know I'm new to this, so it's nice to have your support.
Even when we don't agree or there's something I don't like, I'll let you know. But you'll always have my support. It's been a chaotic last few days for everyone. You need to name a new first officer in preparation for what's coming. You'll have to work to regain Lieutenant Bedrosian's trust, but if she's removed from consideration, it comes down to Westbrook or Ermot. Obviously, there are pros and cons with each, but ultimately, the decision is yours. Commander Westbrook has seniority and was hoping to be Captain Solano's first officer. Ermot has the knowledge and experience that makes him more than qualified. You really couldn't go wrong with either of them.
To be honest, Lieutenant Bedrosian feels like the perfect fit for the position.
I would otherwise agree. But given what happened, that'll take some work on your part. You're as good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Duvall.
Always nice to have a captive audience. You really shouldn't keep Ambassador Spock waiting.
Captain.
I'll meet you inside.
I'm here to officially tender my resignation from the crew of the USS Resolute. I cannot in good conscience continue to serve aboard this ship, not while the interests of the enemy take precedent over the safety of the crew.
Lieutenant, we both know how much we need your help and expertise for the coming conflict. I have no one to replace you.
I understand, Captain, and I apologize, but my heart is not in it any longer, and to stay would be a disservice to us both.
My door is always open if you change your mind.
I appreciate that.
We'll have Ambassador Spock via subspace. Shortly.
Thank you, Mr. Armand.
I'll notify Lieutenant Bedrosian we're about to begin.
That won't be necessary.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsalar have first-hand experience with our adversaries. I thought it advantageous for them to join this briefing. I understand this is unusual, but I trust you have no objections.
Talk about moving up in the world.
Excellent idea, Mr. Chovak. They deserve to be here.
In all seriousness, what Diaz and Edsalar accomplished aboard the Zeldi is nothing short of remarkable. They're both to be commended, not only for surviving against incredible odds, but for helping our efforts against these scions.
You know, Carter deserves most of the credit. None of us would have made it without his help. We'd all be bioformed by this point.
But there were way more people involved than just me. Not only Petty Officer Edsalar, but we had help from an Elydian officer named Arminta as well.
Interesting.
Ambassador Spock is ready for you.
Put him through.
Captain Rydek, your recent change in station certainly warrants mention, and I trust you to faithfully execute your expanded duties. Right now, we must keep our attention on the clear and present danger that lies ahead. The Takan and their warship. The closest populations are the Hotari and Elydian systems, and they are likely the first targets for mass bioforming. After that, lies Federation space. I have advised Starfleet Command to send an impromptu battle group to intercept and assist you, but that will take time. You are our first line of defense. And with our shield algorithms compromised, we are at a great disadvantage. Of course, you know that as well as I do.
I'm glad to hear the battle group is en route, Ambassador. With what we're up against, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
And you will have it. Remember, our strength is drawn from our ability to work together towards a common goal.
Have we made any progress in finding a way to defend ourselves from the Aphilion's bioforming weapon?
Currently, our shields will not protect us, but I am compiling all of the information the away team gathered on the Zeldi and cross-referencing it against our own as well as Portal 6-3's method.
The away team is sitting right here. They survived without getting bioformed, so we know it's possible. So, what's the secret? How do we defend ourselves? Is there a weakness we can exploit? Something we can do to avoid getting bioformed?
As simple as it sounds, the best thing to do is to not get caught, whether it's one-on-one or the whole ship.
We avoided the Takan as much as we could.
But we saw the bioforming, and there's not much you can do.
I found something that might help. It's too soon to say for sure, but we've had some promising indications that Duridium can delay the bioforming process.
Duridium?
It's not a cure. It's not going to bring anyone back we've already lost. But Duridium is a cell stabilizer, so it has the potential to slow down the onset of physical and mental changes, if not entirely prevent them. And it might be the only ship in the fleet with this much Duridium on hand. In fact, a lot of ships wouldn't have any.
I'll forego the rest of my treatments, if it means the crew will be safe.
Captain, you'd die.
It's an honorable intention, but it's not that simple. It requires a much larger dose to be effective. We don't have enough Duridium on board to protect the whole crew. We barely have enough to protect everyone in this room.
Sounds like it won't do us much good then.
The use case I'd suggest is that it could buy a little time for an officer or a small group to complete a task or mission. But it has to be taken at the moment of exposure to the bioforming mechanism.
Prepare a delivery method for this remedy.
That raises the question. What is the mission?
Assuming the Aphelion uses shields of some kind, I don't expect it will be easy to bypass their defenses.
We may not be able to block the Aphelion's attack either. But if they do strike, we know their weapon uses transporter technology. We might be able to backtrack their signal path.
Like we did to evacuate Captain Rydek from Tau.
Exactly. We could send an away team onto the Aphelion.
So we could destroy it from the inside.
I'm not exactly sure how, but that's the idea.
I think Portal could still help us. If he can't get a first-hand look at the Aphelion, he might be able to identify a weakness.
After sparing the remnants of his civilization, I should hope he'd help us.
He will.
We'll need to prepare a boarding party, if it comes to that.
Petty Officers Edsalar and Diaz are the logical choices to lead any away mission to the Aphelion. They have already crippled one enemy ship. If anyone can do so again, it is them.
This isn't like the engineering mission that took you to the Zeldi. Do you really have some special insights that a tactical team wouldn't?
Doesn't the fact that we're here speak for itself?
Just surviving won't be enough this time.
We found that only a Takan can operate their technology to its fullest. So, unless we want to try to do this with one hand tied behind our backs, we're definitely gonna need an assist from this portal guy.
I like that even less.
Like it or not, that's the truth.
Yes. Portal should be part of the away team. There's no question in my mind.
If this is the necessary course of action, I support it.
I will compile all the latest data on the tricorders, just in case.
In the meantime, I want you working on ways we can combat the Takan tech. Shields, weapons, anything we can use.
Yes, Captain.
Anything else, Ambassador?
I know this matter is in capable hands. Hold the line as best you can. Help is on the way.
Thank you. I have faith in all of you to meet this moment with the urgency it required. I expect all of us to give it everything we've got. Thank you, Petty Officers Diaz and Edsalar. You're dismissed.
While we have a quorum of senior staff, there is a procedural element we need to take care of. The Resolute command codes must be transferred to Captain Rydek for control of the ship.
Of course.
Computer, transfer all command codes to Captain Jaro Rydek. Voice authorization Ermot, Echo 4 Lima.
Voice authorization Duval. Beta 2 Yankee.
Voice authorization Westbrook, Alpha 7 Tango.
Awaiting your authorization, Captain.
Voice authorization. Writing. Alpha 7. X-ray.
Codes transferred. The updated command structure is incomplete. Please designate a new first officer.
Who is the new first officer?
Please designate a new first officer.
I am proud to name Commander Ermot as my new first officer, effective immediately. Congratulations.
Thank you, Captain. I promise I won't let you down.
Computer, Commander Ermot is the new first officer of the USS Resolute.
Awaiting voice authorization.
Voice authorization Ermot, Echo 4 Lima.
Authorization is now complete.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Nicely done. I think that went well.
Captain Rydek!
Excuse me for a minute.
This is just unbelievable, unacceptable, inexplicable! To be the most senior officer on the bridge, and to be passed over again? I couldn't believe you went to Lieutenant Bedrosian with the information about Captain Solano being compromised instead of me. But this... I've never felt more humiliated.
I know how you must feel given your seniority and history aboard this ship. You have every right to be angry, but I had to factor what would best serve our interests at this particular point in time. Which is why I chose Commander Ermot.
He's not even close to being first officer material. He's little more than a bureaucrat who's never set foot off the ship. That is a serious liability at a time when we need experience. Otherwise, we don't stand a chance against the Scions.
The crew on this ship has experienced as many challenges and tragedies as any crew could be expected to endure. What we need now, more than anything, is stability and reliability, a calm and reassuring presence.
Ridiculous.
I don't understand. Giving everything she's got, it doesn't make a difference. Something is actively slowing us down.
Keep trying. What's the situation in engineering?
I can't raise them. Internal comms are down.
It's the ionic interference. It's spiking again. If we reinitialize the central communications trunk, it should compensate. I know the process, Captain. With your permission, I'll go handle it.
Of course.
If Galvin manages to catch us, there's nothing we can do. We're no match for Taconian technology. Not to mention the shield frequencies. As if that wasn't enough of a challenge of its own.
I'll consider any suggestions from my first officer.
We're being pulled out of warp!
I've got the Aphelion rapidly bearing down on our position.
We're being hailed by the Aphelion. Galvin demands to be heard.
On screen.
You thought you could run. That I would let you escape so easily after taking what's mine? How pathetic and predictable. At least you can take solace knowing you'll be a far braver Takan than you were as a cowardly Koblia. Is it any wonder your people perish? If your every instinct is to run from a fight.
You underestimate the lengths I'm willing to go to ensure you don't succeed.
Sadly, this is as far as you'll get. We both know I hold your fate in the palm of my hand. That I could crush you in an instant if I so desire. And as much as I'd like to, you have another purpose to serve. As one of us.
Red alert! Handar, get us out of here! Evasive maneuvers!
They've hit us. Decks 8 through 10. I'm not reading any structural damage.
They were targeting the crew, not the ship.
Captain, we have to respond with force. Return fire. Don't let them attack without a counter.
Fire photon torpedoes! Target the source of the beam!
No damage from the photon torpedoes, Captain. Our shields are still at full strength. The Aphilion's just too powerful.
Damage report from the lower deck.
Still can't get through on the comms, Captain. If that was the bioforming ray, we have to assume there are now Takan on board the Resolute. They could all be Takan at this point. Or will be soon enough.
Get an urgent message to Starfleet Command. Tell them we've been hit by the Aphilion's bioforming. There may be hostile Takan aboard this ship.
I'll notify them at once.
Here are your new tricorders. Now go. Get to the transporter room.
Don't know who's on what side, Carter. Come on!
one.
You're coming with us?
A security officer told me your funeral, which I gladly accepted.
These are concentrated deuterium doses. You need to take the dose as soon as you're exposed for it to be effective. Now, take it right before if you can get the Takan to wait while you do.
I'm having trouble locking onto the transporter path through the interference.
I've done this before. I have to align the transporter with the tetrametric signature. We need to tunnel through the shields. There's a problem. We don't have enough power to make the jump. I might be able to divert power from...
Stand aside. The signal is now resolved. I couldn't let you fumble about any longer. Time is running short.
That's great. You must be Portal 6-3.
Yes. Guardian of the Takan Empire.
I'm Carter. Engineer of the Starship Resolute.
Right behind you.
Do us proud over there. Ready to transport. On your order.
Energize.
Glory of it. This ship is a marvel. Even to me, it's almost a shame we have to scuttle it. The galaxy has never seen a ship like this. And it won't see one ever again.
It is beautiful. I'll give you that.
Resolute, come in!
We're losing cohesion.
I'm gonna try to use my tricorder to pattern it.
The signal's gone. Are they there? Did you get them?
They didn't make it.
We don't have time to mourn. We have to get to the Cartabula and disable it.
Hopefully before the battle group shows up.
Get served up for the Aphelions' next meal.
I am saturated in Taconian power readings. I can't feel the source.
This way.
Nothing. I can't reach anyone on the lower decks. The internal comms appear to be fully operational again.
That bioforming ray may have transformed dozens of crew members on the lower deck.
Fighting the Aphelion is bad enough. The last thing we need is an insurrection on our own ship.
Which means we have a narrow window of time to cut them off before.
Captain, we're holding them off as best we can on Deck 9, but...
If they spread throughout the decks, we'll never know who to trust.
Lock down the affected areas immediately. Close the bulkheads and erect the containment field. No one is allowed to in or out without my authorization.
There could be crew members who weren't affected who could get locked inside.
That's a risk we'll have to take.
Locking down the lower decks.
And what happens if some of the bioformed manage to escape? How should the crew engage them? Or should... We don't want suspicion to run rampant. Some ground rules would help.
Captain Solano had a favorite proverb from Earth. Trust but verify. Everyone should assume we're all on the same side. But at the same time, they should watch for anything abnormal.
Commander Westbrook has been gone for quite some time.
The comm system he went to investigate. It's near the affected area. Commander Westbrook? Commander Westbrook, are you there?
Computer shutdown initiated.
Commander Westbrook. He's the one who initiated the shutdown.
That's impossible.
We have 10 minutes until the computer core shuts down and all systems are completely offline. A complete loss of all critical ship functions. Only the captain can override it. The computer core itself.
With me.
Stop! Identify yourself!
We're just trying to figure out what's happening. To hell with it.
You have to get to the computer core! Go!
Master console is up there. I don't have much time.
Captain, are you in here? Are you all right? Ermont asked me to come find you. I came the minute I heard you might be in danger. I'll get this door open. think I remember the code. Hope you haven't been hurt, Captain. It's not safe here. Chaos in the halls.
I'm fine. No need to worry.
Very good. Let's keep it that way. Now just stay still. These Federation weapons are so primitive.
Computer termination sequence in progress.
Damn it!
I'm done playing games with you, Captain. You're only delaying the inevitable.
Computer termination sequence in progress. Awaiting Captain's authorization.
Cancel computer shutdown!
Kill me. It goes against everything you believe in. Besides, you and I, we have history.
Westbrook and I have history. You're not him.
Okay. Okay.
Awaiting Captain's authorization. Awaiting Captain's authorization.
Cancel computer shutdown. Voice authorization, Rydick. Alpha 7. X-ray.
Termination sequence canceled.
These are the arteries of power coming from the contabula at the heart of the affair. I can feel it coursing through my own body. Look there. I cannot move as freely inside this ship. Those emitters, if they were deactivated, I could travel past this chamber without setting foot.
Only Takan can use Takan technology. How do I turn them on?
Place these on the emitters. It will suppress their effect. The guards, none the wiser.
Got it.
I'm coming too.
If we both get caught, it's over. If it's just me, you can try again after...
Well then, don't screw it up.
I can't face or any of the guards. It'll alert every Takan in here.
Huh?
Fool! Can't face or any of the guards. It'll alert every Takan in here. Those guards can see the whole room from there. How am I gonna get past them? Maybe the crystal's portal gave me will get a reaction out of these. Look!
Who's there? Got you!
impression on Galvin. I believe he wants to bioform her, most of
What's that? Got you.
Get out of here. More emitters. Guess we can't teleport the rest of the way.
That craft can take us to the main power chamber.
No way we can make that jump.
When I was younger, maybe.
This might control that craft. Portal, a little help?
I should be able to bring it to us.
There!
How are they getting up?
Something's different about the Takan here. Stunning isn't an option.
Get in!
Would go faster if you did something about it.
Guardian! He's with them!
Sink that other ship! Shoot the pilot!
ancestors! How do you stand with them?
left them behind. I've seen it with my own eyes. They're not real to Khan. We were conquerors, not Arab. The souls I pushed your captain to spare will not be used for this end. I will see to that.
You are the last real Takan. Don't let them tarnish that with what... Because if we don't stop the scions of the flame, they will be the legacy of you.
Never.
That's the attitude. Doing everything I can, but I can't shake her!
I figured without me, you didn't stand a chance. I'm here for the ship and the crew, not for you. I couldn't just sit in my quarters, waiting to get turned into a Takan.
Your timing's perfect. We need your help now more than ever.
Clearly.
They're targeting our engines. With bioform Takan on board, they'd rather cripple us if they can.
If we lose the engines, we can't avoid the bioforming. Brace for impact!
They're here!
We're being hailed by the USS Titan.
Put them through.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Resolute. Fastest we can. Looks like you've got your hands full with this monster. That flying chandelier really packs them.
We're damn glad to see you, Captain. We could use all the help we can get.
I told you I'd be here. So, what are we up against?
They're powering up for another attack.
We have to warn... Open a channel to all Starfleet ships immediately.
Starting emergency transmission.
This is Captain Jara Rydek of the USS Resurgence. The ship we're fighting is armed with a bioforming ray that can transform your entire crew instantaneously. Avoid being hit at all costs.
And remember, they have a shield algorithms, so take preemptive evasive action.
It's only a matter of time before they get their bearings. And when they do, they're going to turn against us. The sooner we attack them, the better.
It will all be declared. Or none of them. Can't assume anything yet. And we can't afford to be wrong.
Hail them. See if we get a response.
Hailing the Pawtucket now, Captain. Hold on.
Full impulse power. Take us in for a closer look.
Aye, Captain.
That's not a Starfleet ship. The Takan
shields at full power!
Shields are holding against the Pawtucket's attack. For now, at least.
Fire phasers!
Firing. Shields at 60%. Heavy damage reported in Nastromet.
Hit them with everything we've got.
Aye, Captain.
Taking heavy fire. Shields now at 40%.
Stay with it. Keep firing. Their weapon systems are offline.
Captain, I suggest we minimize the collateral damage. Destroy their engines and we can turn our focus to the Aphelion. It's the most prudent thing to do. And I hope they would do the same if the situation was reversed.
Target their life support systems. Fire when ready.
Targeting their life support systems. Commencing fire. Now.
The Aphelion is too much for any one of us to take on alone. But collectively, we might just have a shot.
On our way. Full impulse power.
Aye, Captain.
Target the bioforming ray. Fire photon torpedo.
Firing photon torpedoes.
Health control. Trying to re-establish.
Weapons and defensive systems are down to...
Engine output remains consistent, but it's not reaching its destination.
This is what happened to the Enterprise.
They're draining our energy.
We're caught in it too.
I hope the away team finds some way to help.
If there is a way to disable the Aphelion, it's... We strike it up. The Cartabula. I can feel the energy.
Don't get too used to it. We're gonna take that thing.
Have to turn off this energy field to enter. I must do it. It requires the hands of... Is it working?
It started.
Is the opening wide enough to get through? Well, is it wide enough?
No, but I can see the Cartabula.
What about now?
Still can't get in.
Stand back. I'll try again.
People! You can bring your empire back, and all you have to do is nothing. Stand back, and we will...
So much time doing nothing.
Isn't much wider. Can we get through?
Maybe we can widen it with a containment field from the truck. Oh!
I don't think we can crowbar our way.
It takes a con to do it.
That's far enough.
Carter, I could have killed you both. But the part of me that is still Miranda won't let me. She compels me to bring you into... I will make you one of us.
Miranda wouldn't want...
You don't know her like I do. we can be... rejoin the flame.
Are you... Oh... Carter... I'm sorry I tried to keep her from getting you. If I just shot her...
It's okay. I don't blame you.
She's really gone. For good. I can't...
It had to end this way. She was suffering. Read it.
What is this? Who? Tell me now. I demand it.
You're not real. You're just a voice.
Carter, you're kind of scaring me.
It's okay. I'm still in control. We've reached the Cartabula.
Very good. Are you all right?
Yeah, we're inside. That's good.
bioforce ships at bay, but they can't hold them off for...
I'm receiving tricorder transmissions from the away team. They're picking up our warp core resonant frequency within the Aphelion.
They're bleeding us dry. But they're not just taking our power, they're routing it through the Cartabi.
That's the Resolute's warp core resonant.
And these others?
Frequency matches the Titan's warp core resonant. And these two are the Kimball and the Lowell.
They're both steam runner class. Same engine platform.
They're just tuned a little different. I must be getting information from the bioform. This warning. It means that it's struggling with the power stacked up at a close frequency.
The Cartabi can't handle the
Maybe.
To away team, are you reading these Starfleet engines?
We are. And you need to see this. The Steam Runner class frequencies are causing problems for the Aphelions and sending visuals now.
Vulnerable. We have to use...
Captain, if they want to take all of our power, I suggest we give it...
How?
If we and the other Starfleet ships work together and send maximum warp output tuned to those same frequencies, it could overload their core.
There is merit to the theory. If we attempt this, it would preclude any other course of action.
I wouldn't risk this ship without good reason.
Do it. We need to strike back. We'll lead by example.
I will create a high-energy static warp shell.
We'll need the away team to guide us to the right...
We read you, Resolute. You're putting a lot of faith in us, Captain. That's a hell of a plan. We don't want to let you down.
I know it's a lot to put on your shoulder. But we need you, right where you...
Yes, Captain.
I found an ejector team for the Cartabule.
So we can disengage it, just like we did with the Zeldy's warp?
Yeah, but... it'll only activate if this thing gets completely overloaded.
So we gotta take it right up to the edge of destruction.
We are increasing the warp core resonant frequency.
You can't do this. You'll destroy everything I've waited for.
If that thing wants to take over, it's going to have to go through the book. And I'm not going to let that happen. You hear me? I'm gonna fight it right along with you, Carter.
I can always count on you. You'll stand by me to the end.
This isn't the end.
Is something wrong?
No, we're fine.
Do you see our output frequency changing?
We do.
What is the impact on the aphelion system?
Hold on, I can do better than this. I know it. Now that this plan's in action, I have more to work. Inertial dampeners are failed.
All warp power still being drained to the aphelion, so that part of the plan is working. Now we need the others to join us.
Open a channel to anyone left on our...
Opening a channel.
This is the Resolute. We're sending instructions to all ships to output maximum warp power at the designated frequency. We believe this will disable the aphelion.
We don't know that. All we know is it'll siphon up our energy much. You're leading us to disaster. You're out of your mind. That has given them exactly what they... You can't just expect us to turn belly up.
Our strength in Starfleet comes from our ability to work together, especially when everything is on...
I can get behind that, Captain Wright. We're adjusting the Titan's warp output to match the rest. Let's adjust the rest of the unit.
Are joining us.
This is the Takahashi. Adjusting our engines.
Tabula. It's compensating. Counteracting our inner... Some of these other frequencies are causing spikes. I'm gonna find a new target range for the Resolute. Try this out. Here. This one's hitting hard. If they all converge here, it'll provide the maximum disruption to the Picard tabula.
Got it. We want to overload this thing, push it to the brink. But not... You sure about this frequency? If we go too far, we won't just be destroying the... We're going to take a lot more with us.
Sometimes you just gotta go on faith.
I have faith in you. That's enough. Sending data to the Resolute.
Updated telemetry coming from the east. We have a new target range. Sending new parameters to engineering.
We are now running our core at 105% of recommended capacity. If we try to meet that frequency, we will generate a harmonic imbalance of our own and risk a warp core. I must warn you, these are precisely the engine conditions that Captain Solano's experiment brought. A runaway reaction is a dangerous possibility right now.
We can eject the warp core if it comes to that.
Is my order beyond your ability to execute? Then you will follow. We're all counting on you.
Yes, Captain.
We got an overload here.
It's at the breaking.
What's happening? We got a problem. It's not gonna eject. We have to disengage the cartabulum manually. We lit this fuse. We gotta make sure it doesn't go off the wrong way. If we can pull hard enough on those levers, it'll dislodge this thing.
Power restored.
And the Aphelion is shutting down.
Returning warp reactor to nominal output level.
The Tikan are running off reserve power now.
I saw what you did. The sacrifice you made.
Radiation levels are spiking.
It's coming from the cartab. He must have damaged it. Didn't get it out before a fraction.
Our work here is done. Let's get out of here. 3 to beam back to the Resolute.
Our transporters won't cut through the interference. We can't lock on.
We can't stay here.
We're not getting away in that thing.
There. Maybe I can use this to get us out of here. I don't know if it can get us back to the Resolute, but we have to get away from... Everybody on!
Radiation's lower here, but still too high for us to stay on the...
This is good, but we can do better.
And soon, I hope.
We gotta get all the way to the Resolute.
That thing is down, but not up. We'll handle the stolen Federation, but you need to get a crippling shot on the Aphelion.
A direct hit to its bridge will bring it...
Take us real close, Captain. Skim the hull of that thing where I can't get a clear shot at him. Or I can weave us through the... and hope we don't get caught in the crossfire.
Can't take much more damage.
Take us along the Aphelion's hull. Get us to the bridge as fast as you can.
Aye, Captain. We're almost in position for a shot at the bridge.
Photon torpedoes armed and ready.
Break off this attack, or I will be forced to eradicate you.
The damaged Cartabula is continuing to release deadly amounts of radiation. Thankfully, it's still contained within the Aphelion.
Their comments on this. Both living and waiting to be reborn. We're going to die in here. I don't care. You will never submit to your Federation. We are taking a rightful place as rulers over this galaxy.
Radiation poisoning is a terrible way to go, but it doesn't have to be that way. We can render aid to your crew.
No. We've lost the eons to get here. I won't. Fire salvo!
Now the radiation is rising here, too.
Targeting the Resolute. Get on. Damn it. I can't hold on to it. I have to make manual adjustments to enhance the signal pattern.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna make out.
No way. We're all leaving. We've been through too much to split up now. We don't leave people behind. Got it?
I don't have long to do this. I'm bioforming. It's happening. I have to be the one to...
If you send them, we'll be stuck here. Convince me, and I will save us. Not.
Stop it.
What's happening?
It's an internal struggle, and he's losing.
Not like this.
Time's up for me. I'm gonna get you out. It's now or never.
I don't want to leave you.
You are.
The time is now.
I told you, this body
The away team has beamed back.
We're in position and ready to fire.
Target their bridge.
Please, target the ship. Pummel it to space dust, like we did to so many others who...
Fire.
Carter?
Millie.
I thought you'd want to know. And that you'll always be my family. Even if I don't get to see you again.
Always. Family. Forever.
Always.
All decks secure. We have the bioform on board, fully contained.
The Starfleet ships under Takan control have signaled their surrender. Good work, Captain Ryder. Next time I need some backup, I'll know. I trust you won't have a problem with that.
Thanks, Captain Riker. I owe you one.
Yes, you do. But who's keeping?
Captain being hailed. It's the Aphelion.
On screen.
The radiation. We won't last much longer in here. Please. We need your help. Please beam us aboard your ship.
Captain, I must remind you that when an enemy is surrendered, it is our duty to render aid.
You already offered help and they turned you down. Tried to destroy. Why reach your hand out to them again?
Because it's the Starfleet way.
This is the fate they've chosen. Leave them where they are.
You can't do that.
We don't have much time. Listen, I don't know what else I can say.
This is what separates us from them. The fact that we can make a gesture of peace even after all our... Set up containment fields in the docking bay and beam the Takan there. Crew of the Aphelion, shut down all systems, lower your defenses, and prepare to be
Thank you.
Hey, I...
My first order of business will be to help reestablish the Hotari government and resume peace talks, genuine talks, with the elite.
And after that?
Who knows? I know I don't want to be queen. There's so much good I could do with just a fraction of your medical technology if I could bring it to my... But I also want to see what else is out there. Maybe there's even a place for me in Star... It would be hard to stay on Hotari forever. Not with all there is to experience, to learn.
When you're ready, Starfleet will be waiting for you. I'll even put in a good word at the Academy.
Thank you. Perhaps I can serve on one of your ships someday.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
But there are matters we must attend to before any of that. I can't thank you enough for all you... I'll see you again.
Starfleet has granted me the privilege of conferring this upon... Though I'm sure Captain Solano would rather have been the one offering. You have acted dutifully and bravely through trying circumstances. I grant you the official rank of Captain. I believe a great many wonders lie ahead for you, Jara. There appears to be nothing that can stand in your way.
Live long and prosper.
Peace and long...
Victory. Peace. These things never come without a cost. For some, it requires putting aside centuries of enmity. For others, it takes facing complicated loss.
Carter. How do you say goodbye to someone who isn't really gone? I thought I knew how to leave the past behind, but...
And for too many, they have to pay the ultimate price. Time. History may forget their sacrifices, but those of us who were there never will. Now, all hands honor the dead. Captain Solano used to say that nothing ever stays the same. Entropy. It's the nature of the universe. As such, the crew of a starship can never stay the same. But while entropy says that order inevitably gives way to chaos, this crew has only grown more cohesive and bound by our shared struggles. Working together, helping each other, we're able to do more than we'd ever. Some of our differences couldn't be resolved, but perhaps that too can change. Space, the final frontier. As we take our next steps into the unknown, the greatest insights that lie ahead are what we might even surprise us. And no matter what threats we may come upon, or mysteries we face, we will not be. We are stronger together. We are steadfast in our purpose. We are Resurgence.